Yeah, we're at dinner and we're ready to do this again. Round two of this recording because we definitely messed up on the first one and we had 29-minute video and then we found out that you couldn't actually see us. So, all right, round two. Okay, so Bridget and I are going to do a breakdown analysis and reaction to What a Good Time because I've had a couple friends and family members come up to me and ask me like, how did the idea spurt up and like why did you do it? Like what are like what's how did it come about? I think one person asked me, they're like, yeah, they're like, how long have you been thinking about this? And I was like, 10 years. 10 years. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get into the song. I guess for the song, I guess to like okay, so I remember this was 10 years ago. Yeah, I picked up a guitar for the first time and I was like, I want to learn music. I want to kind of figure out how it goes, like how it works, that kind of thing. And so then I always had this dream. Whenever since I picked up a guitar, I was like, I want to write a song someday. I want to write a song. I want it to be mine. I want to own it. I want all the aspects of it. And then I met you. And then I finally had lyrics because I remember a few years ago I actually sat down to write some song lyrics and I had no idea what to write about. I was like I'm clueless. I have no idea. There's nothing to write about. And then finally, after dating you for a year, then I was like lyrics started clicking. And I was like driving down the road. I was like driving down the road and I was like, okay, I need a lyric here. What am I gonna do? And then like one would pop in my head and then I'd run with it, kind of thing. So
Perfect.
yeah, so that's kind of
So
how
it
it
just came
started.
to be.
It just came to be. And then I was like, I need to go home and write that down on a Word document because if I don't, I'm gonna forget and then it's not gonna happen. So um yeah, so there was a couple rules that I had in place when I was writing the song. I said, I cannot use Bridget's name in this song. I cannot use your name because I want this to be a song that anybody can listen to. And then also, you cannot use the phrase "I love you" because that is just too cliche. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's like everyone could use that. Like it's just such an easy thing.
Overused.
Yeah,
It's
it's
overused. There's so
overused.
many love songs out there that say that.
Yeah, and so and there was another song. There's a song by Scotty McCreery. It's called "It Matters to Her." He uses a very similar concept to this song because he like when you look through Scotty McCreery's music video of "It Matters to Her," like he has like pictures and videos and lyrics. They're all about his girl and him. But like I said, he never uses her name. He never said the words "I love you," and it's kind of like this song too. Like it's just about the little things that make a relationship what it is. So that's kind of what was the insides of like what I wanted to do when I was writing out that lyrical sheet. Okay. Okay. So we're just gonna do the recording and let's go through it just line by line. Okay. Yeah, so then let me make sure all the settings are right because the first time we did this, we could not see ourselves. And then okay, we should be good now. If
Perfect.
it doesn't
Let's.
work tonight, then we're just gonna call it. But I'm sure it's gonna work because we can see ourselves here. Okay, so first part of the song. Oh yeah, so the way this came about was um there is a website that has just a bunch of freelancers on it. And so on that website with all of the freelancers, you can just kind of find a category. So like the category I used was songwriting. And then I was able to reach out to this individual, provide him the lyrics, provide him the vision for the song, the structure of it, everything that I wanted in the song to make it what it was. And so that's essentially how it was made. That's how it
Told
was
him
brought
what
to
you
life.
wanted.
That's how it was brought to life.
And he delivered.
Yeah, he delivered. I was like, this is exactly it was exactly as I was envisioning it. I remember like when it came back, I was really nervous.
Yeah.
I was so nervous and It like halfway through the song, like it was so good that like a tear fell from my eye because I was like, oh, thank goodness. I was so nervous that I was gonna have like a really bad singer or like it was just not gonna sound, it wasn't gonna sound like the country style that I wanted, but it knocked it out of the park. Absolutely knocked it out of the park. So, all right, line one. Or I choose you for. Okay, first line of the song.
Goes from the very beginning.
Very beginning when we first was that we started dating.
Going on dates, yes.
Going on dates.
Mhm.
We would come over here, and essentially what would happen was we were both nervous. We were both just starting, getting through those awkward phases, and the splash of wine was a way to put something in our hands, something to sip on, give us something to do to help overcome all of those little awkward obstacles. And
he said it, yeah, every time he was like, would you like a splash of wine?
I did.
Fine, let's have a splash of wine.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
okay.
Yes, definitely. Definitely. So yeah. And then it's also really cool. It's like very symbolic that this is the first line of the song, because I mean this is how
The very beginning.
the very beginning. I mean this was month one essentially. For a splash of wine and to pursue you. I remember I said that.
Yes, that was another thing Lily said. The second date, yes, we were in the kitchen making kolaches, and then you were just like, I'm pursuing you. Literally said
okay, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and she didn't run away.
It took me back because yeah.
She didn't run away. Yeah, so that's yeah.
Also from the beginning.
Yeah, also from the beginning of the song, beginning. Yeah.
Until I'm gone from here, I wait for you with open.
This line came directly from a friend. Actually, I did not come up with this line. It was a friend who I met with and had coffee, and he was kind of talking to me about patience and just being patient with women. And so that's what he said. He said, go back home and say this exact thing to her, and she will like it. And he was right. He was exactly right. Which was also really good. It was like a little bit of like a humility lesson, because I don't know, in my past I've always been someone who's like, I already know what's going on, like I can do this. But it was the ability to, allow people to help you as well. And like be like, these may not be my exact words, but it was more about the fact that I took the effort to go have a coffee with a friend and try to receive some information that would continue progressing things forward. So yeah.
Very helpful.
Let me know if you need.
This one's very straightforward, just wrapping up the first verse. That's all it is.
More time. I choose you.
Definitely said this.
Yes.
Definitely said this word for word.
Yes, and that was one of the things that I just like after that I've thought of it multiple times afterwards, because it was just a great statement to hear from him say.
Yeah.
Very
had to
memorable.
throw it in the song. Yep. Had to highlight it as the first line of the second verse, because it will show you what the rest of this verse is about.
To be you, your imperfections are.
That one's like the first line. I just wanted a really cool way of saying it. So it's kind of redundant, but I was like, oh, perfect imperfections. I was like, that's a really cool line.
That
Like,
sounds nice.
how do we make this work? So I was like, okay, I have to throw that one in there. I just felt clever. That's all. That's all there is to that one.
Are perfect to me, and those little signs.
Oh,
Yes.
all your signs of wisdom. I wouldn't change a thing.
Wisdom, I wouldn't change a thing.
Yep. Okay, so there's a little bit of theme here. So I think we're breaking down each line, but I also need to highlight that each verse has a deeper little meaning to it as well. And so so the first verse is categorized as I'm chasing you. The second verse is all about you. It's highlighting that we recognize that like she and I are not perfect, and that we know going forward that everything's not going to be sunshines and rainbows and butterflies, but that there are going to be things that kind of make us annoyed or disgusted or difficult, things like that. And so so that second verse is all about you, and then we'll go through the pre-chorus and the chorus, and then we'll hit the third verse, which then is all about me. Finally.
I guess.
Finally.
Moment to shine.
Yes.
Are you the one that I prayed for?
This one has a lot of different parts to it, kind of all meshed together. So are you the one that I prayed for? That goes back to when my mother would gather all of us kids into the family room, and we would all sit around for family evening prayer time. And that was one of my mom's prayer intentions, was she would say, and I pray for all of my children's future spouses, wherever they might be in the world at this point in time, who we don't know who they are yet. So so that's phrased as a question because I still don't know yet, but we're praying. Waited for refers to me being in college, and just working, just being super busy with track, being super busy with work, and school at the same time. And so balancing those three, I used to tell people that the 800 meter was my girlfriend at the time.
Oh my
Because
gosh.
that's how much time
We're obsessed.
I was
with it.
obsessed, and I was dedicated, and I laid everything
Spent so
down
much
for it.
time.
Yeah. Spent so much time on it. So waited. So I had to wait for a long time for the right moment. Also, just being in college is not a financial good time for dating, or at least to this level. You couldn't make songs for people when you were dating in college, but you can have a little more fun with it now. Worked for that just symbolizes that going to college, getting job, working hard on health and fitness and work and self as well, self-improvement. So all of those were kind of clumped together for the verse or the pre-chorus, just as a kind of build up to it's all of those, it's those three things that build up to the excitement of the chorus, actually. So
Waited for and worked for. When I kissed your forehead, we said goodnight, and we made each dinner. We had the great.
okay, so this one has some literal meanings and also some deeper meanings. The first one, very simple. When I kiss your forehead, I do it all the time. It's easy, it's natural, it's not like I do it every day. So that was just a very simple way to show someone that you love them without telling them. Just a very simple way to show your appreciation for somebody without ever saying it. Hence the song. Tell them without actually saying it. When we said goodnight, I mean, that one goes into we're just saying goodnight to each other every time. And when we made each dinner, so the deeper meaning of when we said goodnight and when we made each dinner actually work together a little bit, because we also say good morning to each other every single day, and we take the time to make each other dinner, simply because those are those habits that we're trying to make. And so
We've established and tried to continue.
Exactly. And so there's, like we said, there's difficult conversations, there's hardships. I think sometimes people see us on Facebook and they're like, wow, they are like perfect, but like we're very far from that. Yeah, everything's happy. Everything's not. It's happy. It's happy. Everything's perfect. Everything's perfect. So we use those habits. Those habits are what get us through those challenging times, and so then we are still, we say good morning through text to each other just to say, hey, last night was hard, but I still remember you today, this morning. I'm still letting you know that you're important to me. We'll get through it, but it's just gonna take a little time. So yeah, then we made each dinner. So yeah.
And then even when there aren't tough times as well.
Oh yeah, those are good times. Yeah.
There's good times too.
We had greatest time. Yeah.
Greatest time. We danced in the kitchen. We left after sunset.
This is pretty literal. Literally danced in this kitchen. There's an island. There's an island right here. Dance around this island and put the music box right where this computer is, and then we turn all the lights off and
swing dance.
The Christmas lights are on. Just the Christmas lights are on. The swing dance for country music. A lot of fun.
And that's why it was important for this song to be a country song, so that then we
can dance to it.
Dance to this song too.
Yeah, as we told the guy, we said we want this to be a country song that we can two-step to. Sorry, not we. I said that.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, what was your impression the first time I said, hey, I'm writing you a song? What did you think when I said that? Or
I remember saying, this is really cool. I didn't even know that you had been like writing lyrics to a song for 2 months. And so that was very surprising to me. And then I was like, and you're having it like professionally put together? Like, how? Is this for real?
I ran out of time. It came up on that 1 year of dating anniversary, and I didn't want to show up empty-handed, so I had to spill the beans and be like, so this is happening and I need another month.
I don't have it yet.
Yeah, I don't have it yet. So yeah. We left after sunset. So that line just refers to the fact that anytime we meet up and be together, I don't think I've ever gone home during the day and like stayed home. like it's always after sunset. It's always, I'm always using my headlights to drive home. Always. There's never a day when it's like 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm like, I'm gonna drive.
You're like, okay, bye.
Or I need to go home or something like that. So yeah, it's just rare occasions. Maybe a handful of times on that one. We made it to church.
What?
She made it to church.
Yes.
I just say we because I'm the driver sometimes.
Made it to church on time.
Yeah, we're on time, but we can get there earlier.
Yeah, no. That would be tough.
Yep.
Because of me.
Yeah, we pulled into church one day. It was like 2 minutes till. I think it was like Good Friday or something. And I was like, we made it to church.
Usually church is a thing that one of the few things that I get to on time.
Church and work.
Yeah, church and work. Those are the only two things I get to on time.
Everything else, she's late.
And even then, I'm like cutting it close. We made it to church.
We made it to church. That's also Bridget's favorite line in this song as well. She will pick it out every single time we listen to it. 100%.
We made it to church.
Oh yeah, I forgot. So when we were when I was building out this song, that whole second part of the chorus didn't actually exist.
Oh yeah.
It was the first part, and it just ended. And then
that's it.
Also the chorus and the verse used to be flipped.
Oh.
and so the chorus used to say, "I choose you for a splash of wine," but then you'd have to listen to that like three times in a row. And I just felt like some of those verses were a little bit heavier on like emotion and like how deep they are, that I wanted something that was a little bit more light and fun for the chorus and something a lot brighter. And so then that's why I flipped the chorus and the verse. So it was a good move.
Yes, I agree. That was a good move.
Yeah.
I like the chorus.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Literally says it in the picture.
The proof.
Did not make this song based on this picture. It was when I was looking through old photos to like put in the song. I was like, oh, perfect. And we have to throw it at the beginning because it literally has words from the chorus in there. So
Yeah,
that's perfect.
I'll make him dinner when I'm not working on the days I don't work, and he'll often make me dinner when I work on the days I work.
Yeah.
So yep, right there. There's the proof.
There's the proof. There it is.
I choose you.
Yep.
So this is the one that's all about you.
It's all about but
and your mistake.
my mistake. It highlights how awful of a person I am. No. Yeah, once again, I think just not highlighting, but looking just at the fact that every relationship is not going to run smoothly. It's not going to be perfect. It's kind of it's Bridget's way of saying that she will carry the burdens that I have, and that's okay.
They're my mistakes, and be there when I fall to meet me in the middle.
Meet me in the middle. Yeah, definitely the line of just like difficult conversations, and it's not always fun, but we gotta negotiate. Not really negotiate, but concept. Just talking about things, and then working through them.
You're my best friend.
Oh yeah. But then I had to throw that in there because those three lines were pretty heavy on stuff, and so I was like, oh yeah, I need to like wrap this up and make it kind of
and lighten it up
and lighten it back up before we jump back into the pre-chorus and the chorus.
Because here too.
Yeah.
And greatest wonder, are you the one that I prayed for, waited for, and worked for? When I kissed your forehead, when we said goodnight, when we made each dinner, we had the greatest time.
Yeah, I think too, like with the song, so we even took into consideration that I'm a pretty energetic person, and so that's also how I wanted the song to flow. I did not want the song to be slow paced. I didn't want it to feel like an old man was like singing this or anything like that. So it was like with the singer, I wanted to make sure it was someone who was young, who had a strong just voice, and then also just having the energy in the song, because at least I don't think I'm a dull moment ever, but I feel like I always like to have a lot of energy around me. So
yes, so that comes out in the song.
So that comes out in the song too. So it is, it's such a song about it. It really just wraps up kind of my whole self into kind of how things progress.
Yeah.
We danced in the kitchen, we left after sunset, and we made it to church, and what a good time. Yeah,
had to throw that in there. I wanted the world to see it. I wanted the world to see this. This is Bridget at her best.
Laying on a roof, actually. My roof.
Yeah, laying on your roof with a bag of veggie straws. And that's my Bud Light, but that's your little
concoction.
Concoction in a mason jar that I think we put in a blender and like poured it into a mason jar, and we're like, here, Bridget, this is your drink.
Yeah.
Picnic on the roof.
Just a good time.
Wow, that's I never heard it spoken better.
good time.
That was right after your birthday, your surprise party. That's where those poppers came from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got me.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Again.
Oh, Bridget's 3 J's.
3 big J's in my life.
Jesus, Jesse, and Julian. Had to put that in there.
Oh man.
We were bored one day, and we're just like, hey, do you think you can like crawl around me while I'm standing? Well, like, just try it. let's work it out.
Took a
I
few
think
tries.
that was like, yeah, it was like our 10th try or so. The first try was pretty bad.
We got it.
Yeah.
Patience is pleasing, gentleness shining.
Yeah. For the bridge, or the bridgette, we might say, the bridgette is always that part of the song that's very like, it's very different than the rest of the song. It's very, the pace is all different. The sound is always different. So I wanted something that highlighted you in a different way, but was different than the rest of the song, just like a bridge should be. And so, and throughout the verses, throughout the choruses, we're talking about things that we do, things that we say, but this highlights more of like the abstract parts of you.
Yeah,
And that's kinda
attributes,
like
abstract.
it's kind of like what a bridge, yeah,
Different
does.
than the rest.
Yeah, so then this is, all of Bridgette's characteristics that are part of all of those things that we say, that are part of the things we do.
Empathy dreaming, hearts aligning. When I kissed your forehead, when we said goodnight, when we made each dinner, we had the greatest time. We danced in the kitchen, we left after sunset. We made it to church, oh what a good time.
This is Bridget with a mozzarella stick before adoration.
Jesse loves that
In
picture.
the parking lot of Queen of the Holy Rosary. I had to put all of her embarrassing pictures in here.
It's fine.
I had finally one reason to put
to get them all out there.
to get them all in public. That's right.
Yeah, what a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that line of the church. Yeah.
So this was at a wedding, I guess, but yeah, it's just what'd you say? Just to show that church is important to us.
Yeah,
an
yeah.
Important.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
Part of our relationship as
the
well.
faith, church, Jesus, as you saw in the other pictures, is a very important aspect to our relationship. And so I definitely needed a way to figure out how to fit church, Jesus, and faith into the song in some way. And so we made it to church is the line that marked or checked that box for me.
It's all the little things.
And then the outro is just as it is, it wraps up that entire song. It just highlights all of those little things, your attributes, the things we do, the things we say, everything. It just kind of wraps up everything that we've done. And then that make our time so pure. Once again, that word pure actually also refers to our faith in Christianity, because our relationship is very Christ-centered. And so that word pure just indicates that Christ is at the center for our decision making. It's at the center of us. It's a huge priority. So that's kind of the last word. That's where it wraps the song wraps it up in Jesus's name, essentially. So that's pretty much it. So
Make our time so pure. Yeah, what a good time.
the picture doesn't make much sense, but the fact that
Yeah.
you're like peace out is just the perfect ending to a song. So I threw that in there.
Yeah.
But I was like, looks great. Kind of a random like attic picture, but
Yeah.
because you're piecing out, it's kind
Bye.
of like
That's
see you
the end of
guys.
the song.
And that's it. That's the song. I don't think there's anything else to say. We went over every little detail that could possibly be in this song, and now you know everything that goes on in our brains.
You're
My brain. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's it. See you guys.